Hey, what's up, fellow YouTubers and movie buffs from around the world? This is your host, Dysum, a guy who happens to know a lot of trivia on the Alien franchise and the Xenomorph-related creatures, aka the Ultramorphs, Neomorphs, you have it. And today I'm going to be detailing the abilities of, in specific, the Neomorph. Now, this is the birthing scene of the first Neomorph to appear in the film, and this video is protected under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. This is a film directed by Ridley Scott, owned by 20th Century Fox, so I've just given credit where credit is due. Okay, so there was a deleted scene entailing a fight between two EBEs, aka extraterrestrial biological entities, and of course these two EBEs were both the Neomorph and the Xenomorph, and I can't even fathom a reason why they would exclude such a fantastic sounding scene from the film, other than the fact that they didn't have enough time for it. They had to cut some scenes, of course. Now, as you'll see here, even literally seconds after birth, these Neomorphs are apex predators. They are feisty little creatures. They're very agile and ready to slice their opponent to pieces as soon as they are born. They are vicious, they are territorial. The area they are in, they claim as their own. And pay close attention to a scene I'll be showing you in a moment. Later in the film, you will see a Xenomorph struggle to break through glass by ramming its head into the glass, and see this baby, literal newborn Neomorph just broke directly through that glass with ease. So what does that tell you? Here we have the birth of another Neomorph being birthed through the throat, and you'll see once again that only seconds after birth these creatures are ready for combat. Alright, so I'm going to show this scene to you in its entirety, and then I am going to show it to you a little slowed down so you can see exactly the abilities of this creature. So here we see this Neomorph whip this man away with its tail. I've heard the Neomorph's tail called fleshy and flimsy, but a fleshy and flimsy tail doesn't completely knock a man out of sight. And also, this man's jaw was just whipped clean off by the Neomorph's tail. It also bit off the hand of a synthetic, and a synthetic person's hand is mechanical. It is much sturdier than your average human hand, and it didn't even use its retractable jaws to do so. It used the jaws within its mouth to do so. So what does that tell you? So here we see the creature's extraordinary leaping abilities and its ability to spring back up into action even after being shot, and you'll see it takes multiple shots through the abdomen, through the chest, and even through the spine, and yet it still keeps attacking. Alright, right here, completely devours a synthetic's hand and just tears it off with ease, and it's still going. Whips this man with its tail completely out of sight, and then it's taken even more shots. Took a shot right through the back there, and then a shot through the spine. Another shot. It's taken shots left and right all over. That shot pierced right through the spine. It shouldn't even be able to move. And then right there, let's see that again. This creature's tail just completely whipped this man's jaw clean off. Now that's a clean removal of the jaw. And it's still being shot at. It's bleeding its white liquid. And keep in mind, these creatures are all descendants of the Black Goo, so the Xenomorph, Neomorph, Ultramorph, Belugomorph, all these creatures are all related. And look, this creature's attacking, just took a shot to the chest, and yet it's still going. It's powerful enough that it kicks this man to the ground and then uses its powerful legs to boost itself off his body and spring back into action once again. It's still going, still taking shots. Just took another shot, and that shot was clear through the back, and then it's springing away, it's leaping away. This creature is obviously an apex predator, a very powerful creature. Took a fatal shot there, and then it's finally down. And this was only moments after birth, so this was practically a newborn. Who knows what an adult could do? Here we see the Neomorph prowling its territory just as an apex predator would, and in a moment here you'll see that it is an expert climber. See? It's climbing to where the prey is. And these creatures, I'm not saying they're better than Xenomorphs, but they're a hell of a lot scarier. And here comes the decapitation. You will see the jaws retract, completely decapitate this woman, and then the jaws extract back into the mouth. See, the mouth is completely covered with this flesh. Now, let's pause for a moment. A lot of people seem to believe that the Xenomorph has the advantage because of its exoskeleton, but I don't believe this creature's flesh is fleshy in the way that a human's flesh is, and that's what a lot of people seem to believe. I think if anything it's more like a crocodile's skin, more like a hide. Now let's get to the decapitation. See, completely disembodied the head. Alright, let's see these retractable jaws. Just look at that. Look at that. Right here is the money shot. In a moment here, right there. See those jaws? Imagine the bite force on this creature. I mean, this organism's maul far surpasses the Xenomorph's. Just look at this. And that's just a fucking extracted mouth. That's not even the jaws that have retracted yet. I'll show you the retracted jaws right here, right now. There are the jaws retracting from the mouth. Just look at that. Just take a moment to look at that. Now that is vicious. That is very vicious. No, of course I favor the Xenomorph, but these things are magnificent when it comes to being creepy and full of fear. Just look at the Neomorph. It's marvelous. It's a masterpiece. Now, like I've said before, there's been conceptual art both for Prometheus and the Prometheus 2 Paradise film that never happened, and also for Alien Covenant that far surpasses what was shown on film, but I think they did pretty good with the Neomorph and Xenomorph. Just look at this creature. Yeah, it resembles the Decon. It resembles the Decon from the end of Prometheus, but it's its own being, and it is what it is, and it is pretty awesome. What I also really liked about this movie, Alien Covenant, is that it added a layer of intellect to it. It gave intelligence to the character David, and also gave intelligence to the Xenomorphs, as you'll see in a scene towards the end of the movies where David, the father figure, raises his hands to a newly born Xenomorph, and it raises its hands back, showing it's intelligent. Intelligence is a key factor in the series that is the Alien series.
What do you believe in, David? Creation.
It was intelligent even as a baby, even as a newborn. And that'll be all for now. Stay tuned.